Well, this is probably going to be one of them videos YouTube won't share. They won't like it. I don't care. I'm making it anyway. But, man, you have to be totally blind if you don't see this is a problem today. People are changing. Something is changing people, changing their behavior. People are acting psychotic, doing crazy things, standing up for stupid things that no right human in their right mind would be against. I'm talking about illegal aliens. Why would you stand up and want to keep criminals here? Why would you do that? But yet you see these protests up in Minnesota. Now they're breaking into churches. Something's in the food, people, because these people are not acting like rational people. Now, I will say that if once you, and I'm not the only one on the internet that's been saying this, it's a certain group of people. It looks like it's a big group of angry lesbians. A lot of these women are. And these men, there's something wrong with them. They're not normal men. You look at them, they're scraggly. They're just not normal looking men. They're feminine. Something is going on. Something has been injected into these people. Somehow, whether it's a chemical, subliminal message, I don't know what it is. Now, a lot of people are going to go back and refer to the shots that we got 5 years ago, and I don't know if it's that. Would we have that kind of technology to change somebody's entire personality and their political thinking by just giving them a shot? Maybe. But I don't think it's that. I think it's something that has been put into something that the majority of people consume, but, you know, trying to put your finger on it, who knows? Maybe baby formula? I don't know. It seems to be more of the younger people for sure, under 40. Has something been put into the baby formula? Maybe not all these people are on baby formula as a child. But something has been put into the younger generation's food supply, whatever it is they do, or subliminal messages on their iPhones. I don't know. I'm not one of them people that's on the phone all day. That thing's probably still, in fact, it's in my jacket pocket from when I went to town this morning. I hardly ever pick it up, except maybe when I'm watching TV at night, maybe to check my YouTube or something. But something's being put into something, because the behavior you're seeing today isn't normal. I would not classify these people as normal. It's not normal behavior. And it seems to affect women a lot more than men. And no, I'm not bashing on women. It's my observation. These protests, you see, and these protests aren't like they used to be in the past, okay? Yes, people got angry and there was violence in past protests. But the reasons weren't stupid like they are. Why would you, as an American, want Somalis to be your neighbor? Why would you want criminals from other countries who have been let out of prisons to be your neighbor? Why are you out there fighting? Do you think they would be fighting for you? Hell no. They would not be fighting for you. They don't care about you. They want to come take everything you have. But you're out there protesting for these people. These people don't think like you and I. A lot of these people, especially the ones from Somalia, all they have on their mind is stealing what you have. They're pirates, okay? If they haven't proven that they are pirates by now, you're never going to be convinced. But the behavior you're seeing, you got people out there dressed up like teddy bears and big furry things, jumping around, blowing whistles, looking like complete idiots. Beating drums, blowing whistles, out there when it's 10 degrees. That makes no sense. I want to know how it was delivered, because this is the biggest story ever in human history. How the people, you know, and it ain't just the United States. Look what's happening in the UK, Australia. It's happening everywhere, Canada. and it affects people under 40. Something has been delivered to them. What are they giving them in the school lunches? It's something that I never received or that has been changed. This is, it has to be. It has to be something like this to affect that many people's beliefs, their behavior. And I just don't know what it is. But it has to be something that young people, the few things I can come up with that young people have to have is your cell phone. Okay, I use an iPhone, the latest model. There's nothing about it that addicts me to it. Or something they changed in their school, in their schooling. I don't know. Their low-fat milk ain't really milk. You tell me. But something has changed. And it's changed women more than it has affected women more than it has affected men. If the men that are out there with them, they're girly men, okay? These are men that we would have beat up in school because they were sissies, okay? I'm just telling you like it is. These are men that other men would not hang out with. There's something wrong with them. And they're hanging out with women that no other women are going to hang out with because there's something wrong with them too. Now, I'm sure I'll get a lot of angry comments on this video, but if you don't see something's wrong, you're probably one of them that are affected too. Something's wrong with you because people ain't right anymore. They're not right in the head. We have massive mental impairment. Massive mental impairment. It's either being taught or it's being put in the bloodstream. I don't know how else it could be delivered. Mass psychosis. But the people are acting, it's just, you can't look at this behavior, a guy my age or over 40, and say that is normal behavior, because it is not. It is not. There's crazy decisions being made. And is it something in the air in these cities? Because you don't see it in the rural areas. Not as bad. I mean, if somebody feels like that in the rural areas, they're not making it public. That would be a dangerous thing to do. But they're traveling to other states. People that feel this way, that are affected by this disease that's going around, they will travel to the state where the protests are going on. You say, well, they're paid. Could be. But it's more than this being paid. They're not right in the mind. Because to act like the way they're acting, there's no money. Maybe they're being paid well, okay? That'd be the only thing. You have to act like you're completely crazy, is maybe the instructions when they're giving their $5,000 check. I don't know, man. There ain't enough money that's going to make me get out there and blow a whistle and beat a drum 10 below zero in the snow. Not going to do it. For illegal aliens that I want to get the hell out of my country. Why would you do that? Why? There's no political party that would interest me enough to want to do that. They're not taking my rights away. They're taking the people who bombarded our border and came here illegally. That's what they're taking away. But these people, calling them their neighbors, don't want that. They don't want that. And I don't know what's going on in UK and everywhere else, but that is crazy. Yes, I only see what I see on TV and on YouTube. These are YouTube channels that are just hitting record, and they're showing you everything. How can that many be lying? It's not a theatrical act. These people are really out there doing that. Maybe it was in the vaccine. I don't know. Why is it just, and you have to understand a lot of things have changed. I never got that pandemic. I never got sick. I never got none of that. So I couldn't tell you. In fact, I feel great because of choices I made, not because of a shot. Is it aliens? Did aliens come down and shine some lights on people and they're changed? Man, at this point, I would believe anything. Anything. Because it just gets worse every day. Hell, they bust into a church. And they're spewing their political garbage in a church. I never heard of that. These pastors are going to have to start strapping AR-15s on their back to deliver their message on Sunday. Because nothing is sacred anymore. I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think it is. I'll tell you this right now. It's every video. I already hear that it's in the COVID vaccine. The same, the chemtrails. I think it's being delivered in a more open way. A way we would never think about. I don't know. I think cell phones have something to do with it. I think probably 5G has something to do with it. I don't know if we've mastered that kind of science, but it's being delivered to the masses. It's not being delivered to select few. And how you get so many lesbians? I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, men are bad. Yes, we can be pigs, but why is all of a sudden everybody want to be a lesbian? There's nothing making me want to be gay. I guarantee you that. Nope. So I don't understand that. And one always has to look like the husband. I mean, if you're going to be a lesbian, that's your business. That's fine. But why are you picking a mate that wants to look like a man? If you don't like a man, why would you, and you decide you're going to be a lesbian, why are you going to pick one that looks like a man? I will never figure that out. That's got the wallet with the chain and the short hair and the flannel shirt. I mean, there's better looking women that are probably lesbians, but you got to pick those manly ones. You tell me. What do you think it is, folks? Let me know in the comments. If you get to see this video, it'll be controversial for sure. The algorithm won't like it. I'm going to have to title this video, "This is what we do with butterflies," or something to hide it. Happy trails.